Hey everyone, this is Flashyou here. Today we're going to be talking about Gilneas. This week's on Azeroth Throwback Thursday, we're going to be talking about Mr. Jen Greymane, Liam, fashion, religion, and so much more. So I cannot wait to get to talk to you guys about this. So let's get right into it. So basically, today we're going to be doing this a little differently. I'm going to be pretty much talking about all these things, but I'm also going to be leveling with you guys. So, and hopefully we're going to be able to look at some cutscenes together, and you know, let's see what we can do today. So let's start off with a bit of history on Jen Greymane, and who the heck is Jen Greymane? Some of you might not know. So he is the current king of Gilneas, and basically he's one of the original founders of the Alliance of Lordaeron. Cool stuff. They describe him as a large, bearish man, a brawny warrior with thick features, a heavy beard, and a lot of black and gray armor, who must be maybe in his 70s or 80s as an age by the time Cataclysm hits. And he's also noted to be very stubborn, proud, strong-willed, cunning, and very arrogant. So let's take a look at him right here. It doesn't look too bad. I think, I read somewhere that he's getting a redesign in Legion. He's gonna look a lot younger. So right now he doesn't look too old. Actually looks really good for an old man. Oh, Jen Greymane. So, yeah, so that's cool stuff. So now basically right now I need to go to the cellar and see what happens. As some of you might know, this is the bad time. Very bad things going to happen. Open door. Oh lord. What am I getting into? Sup, Josiah?
Boy.
Don't look at me! Leave me alone!
Let the light of the...
Oh fuck. And this is what happens. And excuse my language. Basically now, this is where the fun begins. I have now been bitten by a worgen, and you know, it's probably nothing, but I'm sure it just stings just a little. So, basically, now I've been bitten, and now all the bad shit happens. So, also, what I wanted to mention as well, is basically, because I'm leveling, I want to be a bit more creative in terms of my name. As you can see here, it's Metathesia, and basically what that means, some of you might be familiar with phobias. Metathesiophobia is actually the fear of transformation. So I thought I was being very clever by calling myself Metathesia. I've actually thought of that name quite a long time ago because I had a druid named that quite a long time ago. So I thought I'd use it for my worgen here. And, well, my wolf, which has now been replaced with a quest wolf, it's called Frecky, which is basically a common kind of wolf worgenish name that I found on Google, which I thought was really cute. You always have to name your pets, you know? And also heirlooms, guys. Look at this. Like, poke, dead. Not even sure why I'm looting these. But, yeah. I'm actually curious. You guys should let me know what you guys like in Gilneas. I mean, do you guys like wolves? Do you think this is too Twilight? Do you think that should be completely something else? I mean, what I particularly like about this place is not that it's necessarily like worgens or wolves, but because it reminds me of 19th century London, kind of like Jack the Ripper style, you know? I think they did a really good job with that, and like in terms of architecture, even the clothing and fashion, they've really, like, you know, did a lot of effort to kind of show that, right? So, yeah. Oh, there you go, and we're done. Oh man, look at this, all the nice clothing lines. Oh, anyway, sorry, I get fascinated by like the littlest of things. Let's see. There you go.
Make it quick.
Woohoo! Wow, 2 items. Look at that. Too bad some of the low-level stuff doesn't look cool, but I guess that would defeat the purpose of higher-level stuff, right? Let's see. Let's go talk to Greymane. So, what I'm thinking here, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, yes, I get to be a horse and rescue! It's a rescue mission! Yes. I totally forgot I had to do that. Oh god. Oh god! Run, Blanchy! It's not Blanchy. I know. But still. Oh god! You would think this is like a zombie apocalypse and poor little horsey here would just get mauled. But I'm glad she's a superhero. Or he. It could be he. Saves us pretty much. So let's see. No problem, dude. No problem, Uranus. Let's see here. Oh, Godfrey. As some of you might know, Godfrey betrays us and we fight him in Shadowfang Keep. It's a sad day. Woo! Time to blow some stuff up. Yes, yes. Oh, not yet, I guess. Oh! Hey, they showed us a cutscene about blowing up stuff. Who can blame me for wanting to go blow up things? So let's see. Some other points I'd like to cover as I go to the next quest scene. Oh my god, so many words. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, so some other points I'd like to talk about basically are, you know how I mentioned about fashion? Some of the fashion here is really inspired by something called Harvest Witches, which is basically the religion that the Gilnean people kind of follow, and the fashion kind of follows along with that as well. So basically, their clothing, weapons, even the architecture, the accents that you're going to hear, and the cutscenes that are going to follow, basically give a feeling of being 19th century London that I've spoken about earlier, and also the cold and rainy weather as well. I forgot to mention that. And the ravens, just the look of it's just absolutely on point. And basically, it has a Regency style, so basically neoclassical and borrowing from like Greek and Egyptian motifs, basically giving that kind of look of what we want, of that London look.
Get gabbing or get going.
Get gabbing or get going, right? So it's really on point. So let's see here. It's time for us to read. Okay, this is fun. Let us go on Crowley's horse and torch some organs. Woot! I honestly think these kind of quests are my favorite, where you can just kind of blow up things like this. It's kind of like that one in Uldum. You know when you're like that big ball of flame and you're just rolling over gnomes? Like, that is probably the best quest in this game, hands down. Oh my god, I'm already done? Oh my god. Okay. Well, organs I guess aren't as crazy as leper gnomes that you kill in that ball of fire. I think you have to kill like 100 or something. Maybe 150. A lot of them anyways. And usually people are doing it at the same time, so you're like rolling over like 3 gnomes at a time. So it's actually quite long. They'll never catch us! Indeed, indeed. Oh man. Yep, blowing it all up. See, this is why you could tell this is done Cataclysm and not like Warlords of Draenor style, because there's no way for you to kind of go directly to the quest once we're done. Because I was literally done 2 seconds into this quest. But hey, that's just me complaining. I just took the scenic route back to my quest line, which is fine. Got to blow up some more organs, right? Alright. Oh, Tobias Mistmantle! Do you guys know who he is? I bet you guys don't. Well, if you guys do, good on you, but this is actually Stefan Mistmantle's brother. If you guys remember that quest from back in Duskwood, sorry. That whole Mistmantle quest line that you kill is that guy. This is his brother. So they're both kind of cursed. It's kind of shitty. Oh, yes! Now we get to blow up more organs. See, this my favorite quest. Now we have to kill 80. Holy crap.
That's still the charge.
Ooh, zombie apocalypse of organs. That's quite a scary curse.
That's still the charge.
Well, I feel like I put a dent. Too bad they're gonna respawn in 2 seconds. Alright, 1 armor. Alright.
Farewell.
Into the cathedral we go. So let's see. Yeah, this cathedral, if I remember well, is really nice. Oh, isn't that great? Exploring and leveling. Awesome. This is a really nice cathedral. Alright. Any weddings here you think happen in RP? Probably. Probably not this one though, it's probably the one in the next zone. Let's see. Alright, time to kill some more. I swear to God, you only get to kill Morgans.
I need to target
amazing.
something first.
Let's see.
I can't cast that.
While I'm killing Morgans, I think there's some really cool points I'd like to bring up.
I don't have a
see
target.
here. Oh yes, so
That
some
spell
little cool
isn't ready.
trivia that I actually found out. Jen Greymane is the only one of the 2 racial leaders still with a living spouse. So he still has a lover, which is Mia Greymane. She's still around. Not sure if she's in game though. I think she might be. But oh crap. And can you guys guess who the other one is? Alright, you guessed it. Tyrande Whisperwind from Malfurion. Everyone else does not have either a living spouse in the game. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But what's also really interesting with Jen as well is, unlike some Morgan, he prefers his human form. So it's not like we're in Heroes of the Storm, you kind of get to choose between the Worgen form and his form, but his Worgen form is clearly a lot stronger. So you always want to be in Worgen form and just tear your enemies. But basically, he becomes only a Worgen when it is absolutely necessary, as he is concerned that he may lose himself completely to the Worgen curse if he stays too much in it.
We do what we must.
Very thoughtful of him. Cutscene time! Who might that be?
Look at what you've become. Those cursed beasts. They've left you nothing more than just another wretched mongrel.
Oh
Do
shit.
you even remember what you did to your friends? Your kind, haunting the wilds unchecked. Until we found you. They've kept you alive because they still believe you can be saved. To which I must ask, is there even a shred of humanity left within you?
Oh.
Perhaps. We will find out soon enough.
Oh! I remember the first time I watched this cutscene, I was so excited. I was like, oh, balls, that's crazy. But you know what's kind of crappy about that cinematic? There's only one thing, because I'm a female Worgen, right? And that whole video, it's all male Worgens. I think they should have mixed it up a little, because not everyone makes a male. I made a female. But other than that, that is a really cool cutscene. I'm really glad we got to watch that together. So let's continue on our little journey here. So do we still have some humanity? Are we like Jen, where we can kind of control it, and not stay in Worgen form all the time? Oh, he let us out. That's a good sign. Oh, where's Frecky? There you go.
What now?
All right. Look at Lord Goffrey. Just remember, Metathesia, I've got my eye on you. You so much as try anything funny and you'll get a bullet between the eyes. Oh god. And by the way, I cannot do a British accent. I would have done that in a really awesome British accent if I could. But basically, we have to look out for that Lord Goffrey. He's not a good guy. So, anyways, so now I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to stop in this little zone. I'm just actually going to talk about just a couple of extra things here. Basically, I'd like to talk about the Gilnean religion. Basically, I thought this was really interesting because when you think of World of Warcraft, you don't necessarily think that every race is associated to like a religion, kind of like, you know, I guess in the real world, you know, North Americans can be either Christian, Catholic, you know, it's a very big variety, you know, but basically in a video game, you don't necessarily think of that. So I thought I'd touch upon that. So basically, Gilneas, due to its, you know, relative isolation. You know, they kind of go towards the old ways that they call it, and kind of look upon kind of like old gods a little bit. But basically, it's more about druidism rather than old gods, I should say. So basically, that's why there's Worgen druids, because they look upon kind of the druidic ways, if you want. I'm not sure if that's a word, but you know. So basically, pretty much harvest witches, which is the Gilnean version of a druid or, you know, religion. Basically, they have a limited control over nature, kind of like, not like druids where they have full kind of control on it, especially with plant life. So basically, they help kind of believe in something over, you know, that's kind of like a more cursed version of like all the cursed versions of everything, more exotic connotations. So basically, I'm just kind of looking here. My apologies here. So basically, they're just a lower level of druid, but basically kind of believe the same thing that druids do, which is why there are Worgen druids, like I said earlier. So that I always thought that was really cool, and they're also offered. So you know, when we go to Darnassus at the end of this quest line, well, for some of you who might not know, you do end up going back to Darnassus, and basically, you get to participate and offer kind of like an introduction to the Cenarian Circle for studying and training, to get a more elevated training towards plant life, you know, getting closer with nature rather than having kind of the opposite. But because we're so cursed and kind of being drawn away from it, we're going into that. So I thought that was very, very, very awesome thing to know about the Worgens, basically. And I think the last thing I'd like to touch upon today would be, let's just see here, in post-cataclysm. So basically, Gilneas has undergone some really deep changes in the wake of the whole curse, obviously. Basically, everything's getting destroyed. Gilneas is not a place that we can go to. It's all shut down, kind of like for contamination, but obviously kind of spread. As you can see in Silverpine Forest, it has spread to there. And that curse is irrevocable. Like, they're gone. It's not like me, where I can kind of control my curse and go in and out. And not yet. I can do that later. Right now I can't, but I will be. But they're doomed, so which is why we do kind of kill them. So that is also interesting. I didn't think of that. I totally forgot that there's even Worgen elsewhere than Gilneas and players, right? And the only way to kind of revisit Gilneas is basically through the Battle of Gilneas, the PvP battleground, or through doing a questline in Silverpine Forest as a Horde player, or obviously making a Worgen. So I thought that was really interesting as well. So basically, the impact of the curse is still there. There's no cure, but we're learning to control it through religion. So hey, I hope you guys learned a lot today. I hope you kind of like this new experience. Let me know, and hopefully we'll get to do this a lot more in the future. Have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye. Cheerio!